Welcome, Andrew. Welcome back to Off the Reel.
Today we're reviewing Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Let's do it. Isaac, what's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse about?
This movie is basically about Miles Morales trying to figure out how to be Spider-Man. And he's dealing with Kingpin, who basically opened up a dimension to a bunch of different, a portal to a bunch of different dimensions, which led to more Spider-Man coming, and they have to try to, figure out how to stop Kingpin and whatnot.
First, I want to ask you just a personal question. Where would you say this ranks as far as Spider-Man movies, including the first three, the Amazing 2, and then Homecoming?
I think it's up there. It's not number one, obviously, but I think it's pretty good. I think middle to higher,
right?
If I had to say.
Yeah, I don't know, because the more I think about the original Sam Raimi ones, I haven't watched them in a while, but the more I think about them, the more I like them. I'm not really a big fan of Homecoming. Homecoming, I don't know if it might be my least favorite. I'm just not a Tom Holland fan. I mean, I like him as an actor, but I don't know. I don't like his Spider-Man. I like kind of an older Spider-Man.
So basically, you don't like MCU's the Spider-Man.
Yeah. What can I say? They make decisions that disagree with me.
Yeah, I think it's middle of the road.
Yeah, I would say it's low middle for me. But
it's also
generally I like the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, it is also completely different Spider-Man movie though. So
yes, creativity. I think obviously.
Yeah,
that's my immediate jump.
Yeah, definitely superhero movies, and specifically Spider-Man, of course.
Well, my thing is, it's a comic book movie more so than any one before it.
Yes, you see the comic book
they use
dialogue and stuff.
They use stipling to shade a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time they use dot shading, and they have an intentional little blurring effect that comics used to have because of printing errors or whatever. So
yeah,
it's good. And then of course they have the panels that show up every now and then in the dialogue boxes.
It's very unique to what we're used to.
Yeah.
It's definitely as far as superhero movies go, and just movies in general. I think
I'm not gonna say that's the most creative idea, because plenty of people have thought of, what if we made a movie in the style of a comic book before, but they pulled it off really well, and they really committed to it. So full point for creativity. Plot.
I want to hear your thoughts about this. I'm kind of on the fence, because
it's a predictable plot.
It is a predictable plot, but there's not I don't think there's any.
They killed the first Peter Parker you meet, so that's something.
Yeah, which I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't thrown off by it, but I wasn't really expecting it.
I was a little jarred because you see the trailers, bum Peter Parker, and then you see this Spider-Man. It's you don't seem like a bum.
Yeah,
it's where's bum Peter Parker?
It was very predictable.
Yeah.
But there wasn't any major plot holes, but there wasn't anything very unique they did with the plot.
Here's my question as far as plot, and I think the biggest plot hole. So they leave Miles' apartment and they swing from nothing. No, I'm kidding.
Can't pick that.
I'm kidding. So the portal happens, blah blah blah, whatever. Dimensions start mixing, but the only thing that's important that comes from the other dimensions is Peter Parker's. Why?
That is a good question. I don't know why they.
Nobody else. It just started grabbing Peter Parker. You could say Peter Parker, hit the explosion or whatever, hit the singularity or whatever you want to call it, and maybe that's why it pulled them through. But so did Green Goblin, and no other Green Goblins came through. Mm-hmm. Unless I misread the situation that happened there. I thought they both fell in. So.
I think maybe Green Goblin was forcing him in there. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, but that is, you would think other people would come through.
Yeah.
Maybe some other villains.
And how specifically did Kingpin plan on getting just his family through?
instead of yeah.
I mean, I guess he didn't because he brought like the entire city through. But how did he? I don't know. It was.
I think they kind of hinted at something I remember in the movie. Something about him he was talking to like one of the scientists or something about it.
Yeah.
Maybe, if I remember right, but they didn't really specifically tell us.
One thing I will note, and I'm gonna put this here because just excellent plot twist early in the movie, Dr. Octavius.
Yeah.
That was good.
I wasn't expecting that.
That was a good that was a good moment when he's just like, hold up. What's your name?
Yeah, it was good.
That was good for me. Was that my favorite moment in the movie? Yeah, because that whole scene, like the invisibility thing.
Yeah, that was...
The moment when he was just like, someone's coming, he just goes... like, that was good.
That was good.
Because it wasn't like he went into his clothes. Like, he literally just goes, pop, out of existence. That was good. So I think that was my favorite scene in the movie. It's one of those, like, there wasn't really bad scenes per se, but nothing blew me away. But that scene, I would say, was my favorite.
I don't know my favorite. I had to think about it a little bit more.
All right.
But, so you giving it for plot or no?
I'm going to not. It's not a mind-blowing plot. Like, it's not anything special, I don't think.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that.
Characters. I really like Noir Spider-Man. Bum Peter Parker, not bad. Regular Peter Parker, not bad. Miles, pretty good, yeah. He was almost over-nuanced. Where, like, they had him doing, like, the song thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they did a lot of things that made him a little...
a little over the top.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this character is super relatable.
Yeah, I feel
Except
you.
not really.
I think they pulled back a little bit, and they didn't do it to where it was, like, just overbearing.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I liked the characters. And I think they were all pretty...
My biggest
well
reservation on characters is Peter Porker.
Yeah. Like, why?
It was such a waste. All right, so here's my stance on John Mulaney. John Mulaney's a funny guy. I don't understand why our generation and generations near ours are obsessed with John Mulaney. He just makes the same jokes as every other comic out there right now. So I watched his stuff. He's a funny guy. But I don't understand the obsession. That being said, getting like a friggin' millennial hero like John Mulaney and putting him in a role that is I
Irrelevant.
think yeah. Like it had potential, but they kind of just completely wasted it. Like he's not even in a lot of the movie.
Yeah, he doesn't do
anything. Where the robot and Noir are interacting, he's often just not even there. So, big waste, I think. That's kind of and the robot one, sure. I mean, it's another starkly different variation. But I mean, you could have had like Superior Spider-Man in there. You could have had so many others.
Yeah, I think what they were trying to do was just kind of mix it up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get why they picked her and the pig, but I don't know, waste of the pig character definitely. John Mulaney.
And then Miles' uncle.
Yeah,
I liked him.
I can't believe like because I knew Aaron. I think his name is Davis. Aaron Davis, maybe, or that might be someone I know in real life.
Aaron.
But Uncle Aaron.
Uncle Aaron.
I knew Uncle Aaron was the Prowler. I knew the Prowler was Miles Morales' uncle. But somehow I watched the movie and just didn't remember that fact.
Yeah.
And so the surprise, the plot twist actually
got you.
Surprised me. And I was like, I go for a split second, I was like, it's your uncle. I knew that.
Yeah, I knew it too, but I don't know why I wasn't thinking about it. It just
slipped your mind.
I was just like...
But yeah, he was a good character. The dad and the mom, good characters. So I'll give him my point for characters.
Yeah. Well.
Acting.
See, how do you judge like voice acting And like,
I mean,
as far as
frankly,
that goes.
I don't know, just how much the casting fit. Like Nicolas Cage, man. Nicolas Cage was
Yeah, that was good.
like I knew from the get-go, Nicolas Cage was the GOAT in that movie.
Yeah, because I think voice acting is definitely a lot harder, I think, to judge
Yeah, oh definitely.
than
You don't get facial cues.
you don't. Yeah.
But Nicolas Cage was amazing. Whoever played Miles Morales was good. Gwen Stacy, I feel like I know who that was actually. Wait. Oh.
Steinfeld.
Yeah, Haley
Yeah.
Steinfeld, yeah. And then Chris Pine. I'm sure if I recognized that it was Chris Pine,
I didn't recognize it. But
then I would have been like, oh yeah, definitely. Great acting. But I don't know. When I go back and think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, it was totally Chris Pine.
I think all the voices definitely fit.
Yeah, they fit. Yeah, they were good.
So
I mean, the anime Spider-Man, that was entertaining.
that was.
So,
so yeah,
yeah.
acting.
Boom. You know, we didn't talk about the villains for characters.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we did talk about a couple of them, but I think it was a waste not having regular Dr. Octavius. Like, instead of going for his wife. I didn't care about his wife that much.
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't mind it,
I didn't mind it either. And
but
it was a good
I
little
was
twist.
expecting Doc Ock.
And
Like,
I don't like Kingpin as a character, man.
I think some people do Kingpin better than other people.
I don't like Kingpin when he's whatever that was. He was like a big black square.
He
with
wasn't
a
even
little-
like a
with
regular.
with a little egghead in the
He
middle.
wasn't even like a regular human. He was like
He was huge.
he was massive.
He was a big man.
But they did some crazy things with like the
And-
villains in that,
I don't understand what's going on with Scorpion either.
or Green Goblin.
Oh my god. What was up with
He's a goblin.
Green Goblin? He literally was a goblin.
Yeah.
Like a 1,000-foot goblin.
So I guess he was like the Fly and just turned into it.
I guess. And just grew 99 feet taller. Who else? There was another villain, wasn't there?
Oh,
Tombstone.
yeah.
I knew that
But
was.
he
I knew that was
didn't really do
He
anything.
didn't do anything at all.
That's why we forgot about him, because he didn't do
He
anything.
didn't do a single thing.
Okay. Dialogue.
Yes. No.
I was like, is that a yes for you?
Yeah. Nothing stood out to me.
No. It wasn't bad dialogue, I don't think. But it wasn't anything that was just, very solid, I think.
Right.
But it wasn't bad.
No.
It was just, I think it was kind of generic. So,
I'm not giving my point. I think this was mostly a visual movie.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of visuals, one thing I will say about the visuals, I mean, of course, they did the comic book thing, all that very well. They did a lot, a lot of set pieces well. But the one thing I just want to, and it's not even that impressive because, it's common sense. But Spider-Man Noir, no matter where he is, he's got his own lighting. That's
he is black and white.
no, not even just the coloring, the lighting. Because noir is all about, noir film is all about dark shadows and bright highlights. And he's always white and then immediately black, just 100%. Mm-hmm. There's no softer lighting on him. It's harsh. And I like that. I just love that even in a normally lit universe, he had his own noir lighting.
Yeah, everything looked great.
And one thing I will say for dialogue as well is Noir's dialogue was actually really good.
Yeah, it was.
Sleep.
That
that was probably another one of the best moments in the film.
Yeah, just that one part.
Sleep.
I wasn't expecting it either. It caught me off guard.
It was good.
So, but yeah, visuals.
I'm almost inclined to give dialogue a quarter of a point for his dialogue.
Yeah, there's some good moments in there.
Yeah.
But it's not.
His specifically, though. I don't know. Like, Nicolas Cage, Spider-Man Noir was the standout in the movie for me. But anyways, visuals, yeah. I'm giving my point.
Yes, I'm giving my point.
Soundtrack.
Yes.
Yeah. They had the original Spider-Man
They
theme
did.
in there. And they had, Spider Bells? Was that what it's called? Spidey Bells? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give my point for soundtrack. There was Miles' little song.
Yeah. You got some modern music in there that fit with his character.
Tone.
Yes.
I don't know. Because there's some really dramatic stuff.
There is.
And I don't know how well it intercuts with the comedy.
Because it is a comedy movie, basically.
Yes.
I mean, it's for kids.
But there's
Basically.
also, like, a lot of actual
Stuff.
like,
There's actually...
Spider-Man gets straight, like, crushed to death.
Yeah.
Like, he gets his body, like,
Crushed. And then his uncle got shot
yeah.
straight up in the back.
Yeah.
Um,
And not, I mean, like, just, his uncle was, like, straight up gonna murder him.
yeah.
Like, aside from anything else, we can assume Prowler at some point probably, like, viciously murdered people with his dagger claws.
And he was going to do that
Yes.
to Miles had he not.
And, like, he clearly has something where he enjoys chasing and, you know, that whole
He enjoys
serial
doing
killer
it.
stick. So, like, there's some dark stuff going on in Uncle Aaron.
Yes.
And that's something Miles had to reconcile with there.
And then some stuff with his dad.
Yeah.
But did it like completely throw you off?
No.
As far as the other movie?
No.
Like the other parts of it?
I'm just not sure if overall the tone of the movie is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I think there's some discrepancies to be seen there. Not that a comedy movie can't have some good dramatic moments. I just don't know how well they intercut with each other. Because, you know, in other movies, when Spider-Man has had something, like, take the first Amazing Spider-Man, for example. He loses Captain Stacy, and, like, the rest of the movie is sad after that.
It flows into that.
Yeah, and he's able to, you know, at the end, like, he's like, don't make promises you can't keep, and he goes like, but those are the best kind. That's kind of witty. It's kind of jokey, kind of flirty. And so, like, he builds back up to that, but there's a mourning period.
Mm-hmm. But with this, there's really not.
No.
There's like,
It
boom,
kind of,
sad, immediately, boom,
Yeah.
funny.
yeah.
And it's kind of, even
So-
though you are in the moment, it's like completely.
So, I'm not going to say the tone is all over the place, but
No.
there are some discrepancies that I'm not going to give it the point for.
I think I agree with you.
All right. No point there. It's at 5 right now. Impact. It's doing pretty well.
As actually,
People are really liking
yeah,
it.
people do really like it.
And I kind of think that's just for the style, you know, the comic book thing. Oh, man. Okay, so as far as visuals go, I have to jump back to visuals because I forgot a major talking point I was going to bring up. And that is that Scott Pilgrim did it better. Dialogue boxes and all that kind of thing. Like, Scott Pilgrim did it just way better. And that's just because Edgar Wright is incredible with transitions and that kind of thing. Just a great director. But, yeah, I don't know. It seemed almost kind of lazy. Because, you know, I'm not going to say any animator. Those animators, you know, when it's like, oh, make it a comic book or whatever, like, you can do that.
Yeah.
Like, you can do the comic book art style and have all the little comic book quirks in it, but, like, integrating it very well and being actually creative with it, Scott Pilgrim did it obviously they don't look like a comic book, but like they integrated comic book elements into a real live action film a lot better than I think this did into a comic book film.
Yeah. But
when you think of like dialogue boxes popping up and all that kind of thing.
I think I agree with you, but I don't think they were really. I mean, obviously they were trying to do that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, like 24/7 in the movie.
Yeah.
They were like a lot of the movie like didn't have all the stuff going on.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say I'm just gonna take my point away for visuals because it was good. I'm just throwing that out there. That it was kind of lazy in my opinion. But impact, yeah, I'm giving it my point. It's been doing pretty well as far as Spider-Man movies go.
Critics like it, I think.
Yeah, it's a rather enjoyed movie so far. Opinion.
I like it.
It's tough for me.
I'd go see it again.
Like I said, I'm getting a bit more strict on the opinion points because we were giving it to everything.
Did I give it to Incredibles too?
I don't know.
Because like,
I don't know.
I want to take it back.
I don't. You didn't like Incredibles 2?
Like, no, it's like.
I mean, I feel
like,
you there.
If I would have put, just like Incredibles 2 versus this, I would have watched this 100 times more than Incredibles 2. I enjoyed this way more than Incredibles 2.
Individual scenes wise, I think I would rather watch the Jack versus the raccoon more than anything in this movie.
Well, yeah, but
I don't know. This movie was just very safe, I think.
It didn't. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
This movie felt like a very safe move. Like if you're gonna make a movie in a comic book style, people are gonna like it. That's not like a big bold thing to do. Like people are gonna like that stylistic choice.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, you could play it off as like big and bold, like, oh, look what we're doing. This is crazy, but like, it's safe. That's something people are going to go for. I don't think I'm gonna give it my point for opinion. Like I don't know. I'm dissing it a lot for just kind of feeling like a lazy film to me. So yeah. Half point for opinion. We're sitting at a 6.5 right now. I'm not unhappy with that. So I'm not going to touch it. I'm fine. Whatever you want to do with that.
I think good. I'll give it my half.
All right. Our final official Toasty review off the reel rating for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a 7.0.
I thought it would get higher than that. I don't know why.
I thought it would too.
Going into this, I thought it was going to get like an 8. Honestly, I was like, it's going to get an 8.
I did too. But the more I thought about it, I don't know. There were just some things I had a problem with. Overall, I would say, like, it was good, but the concept and what they did with it, to me, was lazy. Like, from an outside standpoint here. Within the movie, everything is fine and dandy, whatever, it's cool. But from an outside standpoint, looking at it as a film in the overarching film world, it felt lazy.
Mm.
Like, at least a movie like, God forbid what I'm about to say. Okay. At least a movie like Ragnarok or Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 or whatever took risks. Whether or not people think they paid off is here or there. The Last Jedi, they took risks.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not it paid off, depends on the person. This movie was safe. This is a movie that people were going to go in and be like, yeah, that was good. So, I think that's why it lost a little bit. I think the reason it didn't make an 8 is because of me. I might have gone a little hard on the movie. Let's see. I mean, we disagreed on the points it didn't get except for opinion. So, if you want to see more movie reviews from us, then go check out the playlist at the end of this video. Subscribe for more. We would really appreciate it. We're getting lonely. We need more of you. And stay